Back again with Mahogany Instincts. I am Deidre Harper. This is
Nikita,
Wendy,
and Tanisha.
And Wendy is our hot topic guest for this week. Make sure you like and subscribe to our page so that you can be in the know about things that we are talking about and informing you on. So today, our topic is going to be, let's start with, do not tell everyone your business, okay? We have things we want to share with our friends and family that might be nosy. So we're just going to kind of give you some tips or just how we feel about sharing personal information to our friends and our family. So we're going to start this topic off with Wendy, if you don't mind. Just speak on that a little bit about your views on sharing, maybe what you do share or not share, or how do you handle what you share to your friends and your family?
goodness. I've learned a huge lesson about telling, friends and family about my business or whatever. It's just like certain stuff you can tell and certain stuff you can't tell because your parents are like, if you tell your parents about like, okay, well, he did this or whatever, then your parents are going to judge. Mm-hmm. And so then they're going to automatically go in with this thoughts of him like, oh, well, he done my daughter this way, so they're automatically going to be on your side and not like him. And so then with your friends, that could be the same way too. You know what I'm saying? But because they were like, oh, girl, why you with him? Girl, you stupid and all this and all that. Why you putting up with that? So it can go both ways on it. So you just gotta, I guess, what is it that I'm looking for? Like, just be careful with what you say and like how much you tell.
Right.
So, yeah.
I get that, and it's you gotta limit what you say to a certain extent. It's all dependent on the person.
Yeah.
And what the situation is. Every situation is not meant to be brought up or even spoken on. Sometimes you gotta keep stuff to yourself and keep it moving.
Right.
I agree with that.
Especially if you ain't leaving.
Right.
That's it.
Exactly. Because
if you're not leaving,
right.
you better just
because
your mama not gonna forgive them. Your bestie not gonna forgive them. They gonna just remember all that bad stuff, and that's awkward. At the family gathering.
Right. He just gonna be sitting there like that. Don't nobody fuck with him.
Right. So, everybody looking down on him like, motherfucker. You came up in here after you did all that shit.
Right. Yeah. But then they gonna be looking at you like you brought him
right.
I mean, because I feel like that's part of it too. Like, yeah, they gonna be like looking at the other party like, I know what you done did, but then they looking at you like,
dummy.
Why he here right now?
Right.
Like, you just told me last week he was with a whole nother female. I mean, or whatever the case could be.
Right.
But like, I think that is a part of it too. Like, they might be looking at you, differently, which is why you have to be careful. And I think that is very important as well, because when we tell, like y'all were saying, when we tell our family something, they're gonna go ahead and put their whole judgment or whatever they think on that particular person, which I agree with Nisha. Like, if y'all having problems and you sharing, if you're not ready to leave, then maybe you just don't need to share.
Don't share.
Because you'll get the falling out with everybody.
They better put you on a time clock.
Right.
Just say.
This ain't working.
Right. Again, it's like, getting, so y'all still together? Or, so you still dealing,
after all that, you still will?
Yeah. Right. Then they making you feel like bad about the situation. So, maybe that's another question too. Like, not necessarily do they always know what's best for you, but, I guess just being confident and feeling like I'm sharing with you because I want to share with you.
I think it's more like sometimes we feel it's more venting than like looking for somebody else's opinion about something or whatever. Because I could just be like, girl, let me tell you what he did and just blah, blah, blah. But then, like you said, they have that prejudgment, but it's just me venting or whatever. So it'd be like, but I didn't really mean it that way, but it was just me being mad and just letting you know at this particular time that I don't like this nigga right now.
Right. Okay, so when you saying that too, so should you just come out like, listen, just listen to me, I'm venting. I'm just
you
mad.
should, but sometimes it's hard to give that disclaimer up front because you just be ready to get it off your chest.
Right.
Or
And
whatever.
sometimes you don't even know you been. Sometimes
Right.
in a moment you might be really done.
Right.
In that moment.
In that moment.
In that moment.
Now the next moment, who knows?
Right.
You be like, dang, though.
Right.
But that's why I think it's important though to have a friend that you can really be transparent with, and they're not going to judge. Now they might give you sound advice, but they understand like what you're gonna do is your decision, and I'm gonna ride with you as long as he ain't whooping your ass.
Right.
You know, I'm gonna ride with you.
And see, I'm that type of friend. Like, you tell me whatever, but I'm not gonna say, girl, you need to leave him or whatever. I'm like, whatever decision you make, I'll support you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, like, I'm not gonna tell you to leave him or stay with him. I mean, that's something that you need to do on your own to make
Right.
your own decision.
Right.
Because I do think we all, I mean, and that is important to have that friend, you know, just to listen. Because we all know that, like, you, like they say, you're not going to leave until, like, you ready.
Right.
You know, like,
no.
it don't matter, mama, granny, friend done said he ain't no good, he done did this, and this. Until you realize it,
right.
get fed up, then that's what it's gonna be. So I know we were just maybe talking about, like, I'm not gonna say like bad things, but let's just say problems, sharing those problems. But what about sharing, you know, sexual things with your friend or your family?
We talked about that before y'all came.
Before the camera started rolling.
Well, it's rolling now, so roll the
I don't
conversation.
feel it's certain friends that you can disclose certain information with. Then it's certain people you don't need to tell them anything about your sex life.
And why?
At all.
Elaborate on that.
Okay, so you have a friend, y'all chill together. She know what type of dudes you go after. She know what type of shit you like. You talk to her about what type of shit you like with a man. So then her head, she like, well, I want that shit too. Let me see if this really how she said it is. Let me put my feet in the water because I want to see this shit real. You hear me? Let me just put the big toe.
The big
The
toe.
big toe. It's like, ooh, this water is a little warm.
And you should be in a safe space with your friends to be able to tell them everything. But it's certain people that you can't tell stuff like it to. Because it tempts them.
To want to know specifically about your man, or
Just any, I'm just saying any guy in general.
Okay.
Say it's just a regular smuggler, somebody that everybody likes. And you like them, and he's giving you attention, and he's doing this and that for you, and you're telling your homegirl, "Oh, he did this, he okay." Them damn wheels get to turning in their head, like, "Ooh, hold on, let me see if it's gonna happen for me."
Right.
so do we have any maybe personal experiences here where we might have shared things with our family or our friends that has, I'm not gonna necessarily say backfired on us, but you know, maybe your friend ended up sending a DM or a message or something to you do.
I have.
Because we don't.
I have.
Oh.
This girl I used to work with, you know, I be having some weird ass experiences. Now she know good and well who my dude is. We done been to cookouts together. You done seen us out together. You spoke to both of us together. So me talking in the break room one day, this bitch listening. I tell she listening, but she trying to act like she ain't listening. I'm just talking, girl, yeah, you know me, bullshit. Girl, probably about, that's probably maybe on a Tuesday. So Friday, my boyfriend goes out to the Gnome.
Oh gosh.
So yeah, that's a long time. So I'm in a bed sleep. I'm like, he come in. He like, man, these bitches is crazy. So I'm like, oh, it's some shit that happened. Hold on, let me get on up because I don't know. Let me get up.
What you
So
say?
he was like, hey, don't girl know we together? I'm like, who? He said her name. I was like, why? What happened? So of course she flirted with him. Cause she see, you know, he got a little swag and shit. You trying to see what I'm seeing in him. Bumped into him like, damn, don't I know you? And he said, yeah, you know me, I'm the kid boyfriend. So it was like
She already knew.
she knew who he was. She was going after him for some shit she done heard me say.
Right.
But come on now. We doing it like that. That's you eavesdropping, not even me directly talking to you. Just if I would have really been talking to her, she would have tried to smash him.
Right. Okay.
You she would have smashed him. He would have smashed her. He a nigga. I'm just saying. It would have been vice versa. But what I'm saying is, certain shit don't need to be said around certain people. Because it makes them wonder, oh, well, maybe no, it's not going to be like it. Like I told Wendy before y'all came, people will look at you with a guy and feel like, oh, well, what is it about him that got her attention? This is like, let me see. And they will try to go see. Or sometimes they will see that.
That is true. So then that means they don't need to be your friend or your man.
No,
That's it.
I mean, it's breaking the girl code, like, big time.
All the way.
They be breaking around here like
Yeah.
breaking some damn toothpicks. They don't care. When it comes to these men, I don't know where their mind go.
That's gonna be another topic, breaking the girl code.
Yeah.
Because some people need to know what is breaking the girl code, because maybe they don't even know. But Nisha, what's your thoughts on sharing information with your family and or friends
Keep it pretty low key.
this week?
When it comes to me being in a relationship, I mean, like, so if I have, a friend, people know, but I don't really talk about like issues or whatever. I feel like I'm a sound mind. I make pretty decent decisions. So like every now and then I'm gonna vent to my best girl or whatever. But other than that, I'm not too much venting about nothing too serious.
Gotcha.
I just like to keep it low key. You ain't about to see nobody on my social media. I ain't even about to put no face over their face.
A happy face.
People be cracking me up. You are not famous. Nobody cares. They already know that, nigga. We see you with them last week. How you hiding?
Right.
But yeah,
Oh God.
but yeah, I don't have I don't think it's necessarily a problem. Share what you want to share, but just know that it can come back. Like, so be prepared for if you always telling your friend, this man, he did this, he did that, he don't do this, then be prepared for that's what the view they have of them. And they don't love them. They ain't getting love damn bombs, so they not changing their mind.
Right.
And then I think with that too, like a lot of times we vent or we share with our friends about the other party, but we don't always, sometimes with family, share like, well, I did
Do this.
do X, Y, Z that
Right.
that may, I ain't gonna say like taint your image, because that's kind of bad, but that's far stretch rather. But to where they might be like, when you come and say something, they be like, well, didn't you just the other week? So sometimes I do feel like that is not a true representation that we put
Of the
out
whole
there.
situation.
Of the whole situation,
Yeah.
because it's just more so one-sided.
Right.
So maybe if you're gonna share, you need to be honest and share the whole picture.
Yeah,
If
tell
you
what
gonna
you did and what they did. Don't just tell what that other person did.
Right. I don't do nothing.
I am an angel.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
it's everybody else who is messing up. That's it.
Well, there's some people, but
Yeah.
hey, it is what it is.
Any last thoughts on this topic before we move on to our next one? All right. So I think we could maybe wrap up and say that if you want to share at your discretion.
Yeah.
Yes.
For sure.
For sure.
And then if you are sharing, it is one thing to be sharing, but then like don't be putting just putting one side of the situation out there. If it's somebody that you like heavily share with, like make sure you telling, because nobody's perfect, but just make sure that you're telling like both sides of the story, like so it can be a fair opinion that somebody can make about the situation.
And then on that little part where you said, you telling your girlfriends or whatever about what goes down in the bedroom, sharing is not caring. Just because I share it with you don't mean it's going to be given freely. No.
And
That's it.
I'm glad you mentioned that,
That's it.
because I do feel like personally for myself, sharing like that type of like the physicalness that I have in my relationship, it's not that I feel like me sharing with that person, like they might try to go holler, but like I don't even need you to put a visual
In your head.
in your head about what
Yeah.
when you see him like, oh, he was doing this, or you know what I'm saying? Because mine start wondering. I don't need you wondering.
And wondering what
So I mean, but I agree with Nisha. Like, I mean, as females, we should, and we do need that person or whatever that your tribe is, or to really confide in. That's not gonna judge you. That's gonna really be your friend and have your back
Right.
in the situation. But you don't need to be telling everybody that though, because it could go left. You gonna be
Big time.
you be feeling some type of way.
Yeah, be in your feelings. But you let them to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you open up that.
You open up that door,
Yeah.
and some people go. They go willingly. Go. No, for real. People be going willingly.
So I think that kind of leads into our next topic, which Nisha kind of hit on it about the social media, because she ain't even about to put you out there with no face over the face.
No face, no case.
No face. But centered around, I guess the topic is centered around, like social media, because I feel like a lot of times we maybe don't share a lot of things because we think people are going to assume that it's about us.
Right.
Or when we do share something, they already assume that it's about us. Or if we just want to be living our best life on social media, then they think that you XYZ just because of a one picture. So I guess maybe the question is, or just the topic, like how do you use your social media? What are your thoughts are about that? And I'll start with myself here with this, because I do feel like I do not post certain things that I see, and it could just be a meme or like just a post, but I don't, because I'm like, man, they're gonna think that you going down through there in your relationship.
Right.
But that's not always the case, and I feel like it shouldn't be like that, because this is my social media, and however I want to use it should be okay.
Right.
Right.
But that's not like that
No, it's
all
not.
the time. So maybe why is it like that, or just like kind of like how do you all feel about posting certain stuff?
I'm super careful for the most part of what I post. For me, huh?
You are.
Yeah, what I mean, what I post, then what you might catch me on other people's stuff. That's hey, they gotta do. But on my platform, I don't be really out there like that.
Mm-hmm.
For one, I'm just always nervous it's gonna come back. Social media to me is like entertainment. Some people it's for business and networking. But like you said, like it's your social media. Do if you want to tell every second of your day, by all means, do that. Just know that it's things that come with that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just how I feel. But me personally, it's for entertainment. I'm always afraid. Like I'm always afraid I'm gonna be that person. Like I might have some success later on in life, and then somebody go back and find that tweet where I was like, "Look, everybody, and your mama."
Oh, she really cares about people. She said this.
Like, oh well, she can't host this award show.
All right, and like maybe you might have a family member going to politics, and so you might marry somebody that might be the president, and then
You done got them in trouble on your.
I done got them in trouble because of
Yeah.
something I done said.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to be careful. Something like it's certain stuff that I do. I have to filter what I post or what I want to say or whatever. Because first and foremost, I'm like, ooh, I got some coworkers on there, saying that's of not of the same descent as me, and so I have to filter like using the N word or whatever, because they're like, oh well, she used it, so it's okay.
It's not okay. No, it's not. Before y'all even see this, it's not.
But sometimes I have to go back and filter. I mean, because I think it's funny. And I'll get out, but then I feel like, okay, but I do have some church people. I have a whole eclectic type of friends on my Facebook and Instagram or whatever. So I do have to kind of censor a little bit of
What you post.
but sometimes I just like, what, it's just been one of them days. Whatever. I'm just gonna go ahead and do it.
And I definitely feel like that sucks.
Mm-hmm.
That we have to operate in that type of space.
Y'all don't have to.
Okay, speak on
Y'all
that.
don't have to.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you feel like you gotta conform to somebody else's view of you? Why? I'm gonna post what the fuck I want. Look, I am. This social media, this is not okay, it's social media. This is not a reflection of my real life in real time. This is the moments that I want to show you of my life and what I'm doing. So if I want to get on here and vent and talk shit, I'm going to do it. Because guess what? Y'all know I talk shit here at my house. That's how I am. I talk shit at work. On the phone. Right. That's just how I am. And I think I'm like that now because like when I was younger, you know, how I was raised up, it was more so kids are not to be heard but seen. Right. So when I got to an age where I could speak and what I felt and be okay with it, I'm not getting ready to hold nothing back. Damn social media. If a person can't like you or look at your page and take it for what it is because that's just you, don't even be on there. Don't watch me. This is how I am. Maybe I'm having a bad day. I'm going to post some sad shit because I'm having a bad day. Maybe I'm having a good day. I'm going to post some good pictures of me and some pictures of my kids. But you cannot control what I post. I don't care what you think about me. And I'm going to post whatever I want to.
I think, too, I mean, sometimes, like, somebody going to be feeling it out there. Whether it's you that's going through it or not. But, like, I done scrolled across something like, you know what, that's real. You know, and I'll be feeling it.
And like, can I?
And
like
I'm not gonna say
10 times.
exactly. Like,
I mean, give a proper example. The other day, probably about a couple of weeks ago, when I went on there and did that video about men wanting. I don't know what that is. But sorry, girl, I'm so serious. But about men wanting women to do all this, and they just want to sit back and kind of reap the benefit. I was in my feelings about some shit that day, and okay, it's okay for me to be in my feelings. It's okay for me to express myself that way. This is my life. This is my walk. So if you don't like it, you don't have to watch me at all. Just delete yourself. And don't try to go back and send another friend request after you thought about it. Because I'm not going to accept you.
I'm bored now.
shoot, I'm like, somebody is like, dang, who do I need to follow? Because my timeline ain't popping. Like, I be seeing other people.
But because the only thing about me, I'm a fun person. I'm very social. I'm a social butterfly. So I kind of interact different with different people. It's going to be the same ratchetness, but it's going to be with different people on a different level.
Right.
I got people, church people following me. I got co-workers following me. I got friends and I got family. But they know this is how I am in real life. This is not, I'm not putting on for nobody. If you come to my house, you see me in the street, I'm going to be silly with you and say crazy shit. This is just my personality. Like I said, if you don't like it, please hit unfollow. Immediately.
And I think we kind of touched on this like one other episode when we were talking about the different platforms as far as like, you know, you got, this is how I sometimes utilize my social media. You know, I have Facebook, which that might be I don't really like to be friends with my coworkers. I'm not going to lie. Like, I do not like to do that. But we have, you know, your church, your family, you know, on your Facebook. Then you got your Instagram that might get a little more, to me, personal. Like, I don't, you know, I put personal for me on Instagram, and then like my Snapchat, that might be even a little more personal, which that's just gonna be like who I select to be my Snapchat follower. So even using it like that,
girl, that's me. Facebook, you see me and my kids, might do a little yoga. Instagram, might see swimsuit, might see a thong. On my birthday. Snapchat, not necessarily my Snapchat.
Somebody else.
But somebody that's with me Snapchat, you might get a twerk video.
And maybe that's why they have all these different platforms.
Maybe, which is crazy because they all can be screen recorded and all that. But
exactly. They done
but now people get wild on Snapchat. You
be like, but why though? Because I guess because it deleted.
In 24 hours.
But it's not necessarily deleted because, I mean, it's after in the atmosphere somewhere. They still can pull it down from somewhere.
You are right about that. I guess it just gives you, you know, like you can save photos on Facebook. You can screenshot on Instagram.
You can screenshot on Snap.
You can, but it's gonna tell you.
No, it don't.
If you go on airplane
mode, it won't show it.
Tip of the day.
Cause I sure don't know how to use it.
I just do the filters. Oh, these some good filters.
So how do we feel about, okay, let's stay on this topic a little bit longer. So how do you feel about, because I know you mentioned like a thong shot or like your booty or just like maybe showing more of yourself on your Instagram. So like what are your, like how do you feel about doing that on your social media?
Well, it's Facebook is like PG, you know, and then Instagram, it can get like PG-13.
Everybody eat that dog when
you know, but as far, I mean, because you, like you said, I mean, because you have so many different people that are your friends and coworkers and, you know, church people, friends and family who are, you know, at different walks of life, you know, you can't, I mean, you should be able to post whatever you want because it's your page, but I guess just to be considerate of others, so you won't get that phone call like, girl, why are you posting that, or you need to take that down or whatever. So you kind of sort of have to filter certain platforms that you're on, and then some of them can just be whatever, you know.
Okay. So, and I guess, okay, let me, I put that question out there because I feel like I have noticed a few more celebrities who haven't really, I feel like the backside post, like putting a picture out with your ass out. I feel like that has become, I'm not going to say more common, but to me, I interpret that as like, okay, you know what? I'm going to step on out there because it's just an ass.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just booty.
Some of them flat, some of them big.
Some of them flat, some of them big. But I feel like, and I guess maybe I didn't word the question, but you know, like society could make that whole post of just your backside with a thong on, like, you a hoe.
Yeah. And guess what?
Hello. Merry Christmas.
You a hoe too. Back to you.
But you know what? It had took me a long time to like post a picture of me in a bathing suit on vacation.
Okay.
Well, for one, it was just for me, I guess, like confidence and just being comfortable with posting that. But I was just like, I said, well, you know, it's my page, it's my body or whatever. So I mean, like I ain't like spreading ego or whatever. But I mean, you know, it was tasteful. But I mean, it was still kind of.
But why though? Why do you
Right.
feel insecure about that? I mean, come on. Okay,
Right.
This is what I'm gonna say. You are a beautiful girl. You got a decent body, and
Thank you.
listen, it's people out here shaped like SpongeBob. And you scared still
more
your
followers than me.
Yeah, that's still nothing wrong with
Instagram
SpongeBob.
famous.
Well,
And then too, when we get older, we kind of grow with our sexuality
Right.
and expressing ourselves. Be okay with doing this shit. You wanna put a picture of you on your base in your base suit? Do that shit. As long as it ain't raunchy,
Right.
do that shit. You got one life. You gonna be hiding pictures the rest of your life? I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Are you gonna be doing that the rest of your
No.
life, or you gonna leave?
No, I'm trying to
Okay,
live my
that's
best
it.
life.
That's it. I'm just saying.
yeah.
Right.
If you got it, flaunt it to a certain extent.
Right.
I mean,
Because people got jobs.
Yeah.
and you can't be on there.
And I ain't
naked.
saying I ain't trying to risk my job on no booty pic.
No.
So,
No.
we not saying that.
But I'm saying be okay with posting
Right.
pictures of yourself. If you want, it's girls that post pictures of their butts all day long.
Right.
Post pictures in lingerie all day long. Several girls I see in hospital post pictures in lingerie all day long. I be like, bitch, some mornings I be like, damn, bitch. Then sometimes I be like, bitch, you doing it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, be okay with being you. That's it. Like, be
For
comfortable
sure.
being you.
Yes.
If you want to,
Yeah.
and I know I get what y'all saying. Y'all families. It's certain. certain families hold you to certain standards, and they don't want you to do certain things because you're a reflection of them. But then you gotta get to a point within yourself where you're like, okay, my family believes this way that I'm supposed to be, but what Nikita wanna do?
Right.
What you wanna do? How you wanna live your life? Are you gonna live in their shadow, or you gonna make your own path? Well, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, not saying it like to go that deep, but what I'm saying is sometimes you gotta do what you feel like doing,
Right.
and not worry about everybody else. Cause I mean, we won't post no pictures. We worry about anybody. None of these pictures we gonna post.
I post a good picture. I post a good booty shot.
I be like boom, 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 boom. Okay,
You do not be like that.
I try to do it in a like if I'm at the beach, then I will post a picture in a swimsuit. That's appropriate. We at the beach.
Right.
If I'm at the gym and I done hit some deadlifts and I got that pump, guess what? Pump it up. You gonna see it.
Bam. There.
Period. That's that.
So let's say, for those of us who have posted I don't even want to call it risque, but I mean, because I feel like that's over sexualizing posts anyway, but for those who might have posted a picture outside of the norm, you know, that booty pictures ain't every day, you know, that might slip up, or a bathing suit picture, or not slip up, but that might just be what we post. Have you found your DMs going down more at that time?
Girl, you gotta get out of here, sir. We don't want your ass on the camera.
But it don't necessarily have to be like a booty pic. I
It
mean,
don't.
it could just be, you know what I'm saying, you dressed up nice, you looking nice, hair done, and
That's true.
everything. I mean, like, they'll just hop in your DMs and be like, hey, beautiful.
I wasn't beautiful the other day.
When I had
When you understand, like, when my twist that wasn't popping, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, don't come at me when I'm all dolled up and got my lashes on or whatever.
That's true.
But they do. Everything is over sexual anyway.
Yeah.
You can have the right lip gloss on and somebody be like, damn, them lips look real good.
I don't know, Nikita, though. You got some nice lips.
Fuck on, man. Get out of here. We don't want that shit over here. But it be weird shit. Like, yeah, you be like, why you attracted to everything is over sexual on social media. Everything. I don't care if you taking a you could be coming out of church and flip your hair. Somebody gonna be in your inbox be like, man, that was so sexy. What you just did? Nigga, I posted that 2 seconds ago.
I did a post and purely innocent with my son and doing the handstand. And we just playing around. He think it's funny when I go like that, like with my legs.
Yeah.
And so I did. He started laughing. You know, it's a cute. I was like, let me post this. I got so many people in my inbox.
Can you do it over here?
Like, y'all, really with my son though?
Right.
With my son.
Right.
Look, I'm gonna bring them some.
So okay, so that's a good one. So do you think that they thought you was doing it for them to?
They a fool if they thought that.
I mean, because I do feel like sometimes, and I guess that go back to what we posting and how people interpret it.
Right.
Like they'll see, let's say that handstand, or they'll see a bathing suit pic, or maybe you got your thong on and you posted a pic like, oh, you're doing it for likes. Or
I'm
you're
doing it because it's mine and I want to post it. That was a cute moment.
That's it.
It's like I thought my ass looked nice in that swimsuit. And
just like I think it looked nice when I got on jeans and a t-shirt.
right, so
Right.
it's whatever.
So what's the
I post
difference?
what I like.
Yes.
That's it. It ain't about whoever else like it.
Yeah. You don't have to have a like. I liked it.
Some people do post for likes.
Yes.
Some
And
people,
that's
that's
what
their
I was getting
business.
ready to
Some
say.
people do post for likes, and okay, that's okay if that's what you want to do.
But how do you know that they're posting for likes? I don't know if it's another topic. But I'm just saying.
If they could, I think
Well,
if they
to you.
could, I feel like if they posting the same type of, you know what I'm saying, picture or just whatever, or suggest, you know what I'm saying, like, or just putting it out after all the time, I think they're doing it for likes
Right.
or
It's
comments.
booty, 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 booty rocking everywhere. Probably
Yeah.
for likes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I am going to move to our next topic, which I would like to know, why is it so hard for, I'm going to say us as women because it's only women on the show, but I'm sure there are men out there who deal with this as well. But so hard to think about and consider, let me start over, do things for us. I feel like as women sometimes, and I'm speaking for myself, that it is hard sometimes for me to think about me first in situations,
Right.
without naturally being a people pleaser and naturally just being, you know, a fun person and wanting everything to be copacetic around here. We don't need no drama. But like, why is it so hard sometimes to the point to where we might even compromise our own happiness at times for another person? You know, because I think the movement is right now about self-care, self-love. I think we've said it here, like, this is your page. You do what you want to do. Why you thinking about somebody else? But why is that? Why do we think that it's hard for us to do? As people, as women in general.
We're caregivers. Just by nature. For the most part, I'm not going to say everybody. But so that's your first thought is, let me take care of this first. Let me take care of that first. But you have to realize, if you are not taking care of yourself, you're really not giving anybody your best. So it is super important, like you said, to practice self-care, take moments for yourself, and put yourself first. But they say on a plane, get your oxygen mask on first before you start trying to help your kids and stuff. Because if your ass passed out, then everybody go. Like,
That is true.
so.
That is true. Yeah. So in relationships, let's take it, maybe be more specific. You know, if I'm not gonna say, maybe you're in somewhat of a toxic relationship, and you think that, you know, you're thinking about the other person. Maybe like, well, I know they really care about me, or man, it's been a long time that we've been together, or time been invested, but you might feel like that might not be the best thing for you. But sometimes it's hard for that person, you know, to remove themselves, because, you know, it's hard to be like, you know what, I'm about to step out here and just do me.
Do you?
Yeah.
Don't waste no more time. Ain't get any younger.
That is true. And I agree with what you were saying about being a caregiver, or just, you know, just thinking about, as women, you know, we're nurturers. I think.
Right.
I mean, we are nurturers, but if in a certain extent, it's different. It's a difference between a nurturer and being used.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I don't think a lot of people can decipher between the two, because it's like, oh, I'm supposed to be, but I'm not looking at it like he's taking advantage of me.
Or I think it's even deeper than that. Sometimes you know you're being used, but they using you so they there. So as long as they not going anywhere, you just want them there.
That's it.
And it don't even matter that they using you, because they there, they your body. And that is so sad to see. I be knowing great women, smart women, nice women that will go over and beyond and be with somebody.
That ain't shit.
Period.
Great.
Yeah.
All right, well, we just gonna keep it coming tonight. So, all right, so our next one, anything we got else to say about self-care, self-love is first. And I mean, Nisha couldn't have said it better. Like, if you're not taking care of yourself, you're really not taking care of the other person. I mean, you think that you are, but
But you can't pull from a depleted place.
Exactly.
exactly, I agree with that.
Okay.
So let's kind of shift the topics a little bit, and let's say you're in a relationship, us, all right, here, we in a relationship, and we are making more than our spouse. How do you deal with it? You know, we're women, you know, we're financially the breadwinners. I mean, do you kind of, how does that dynamic work in a relationship if, you know, you are more successful than your spouse?
I mean, I feel like no matter how much money I make, I'm gonna let him be the head of the household. And you know, just because I make more money than you, don't mean that I'm superior to you. And so, I mean, you're the man. You take charge. You know, but we're in this together. Just because you know what I'm saying you're the man, don't mean that you're gonna be telling me like, okay, well, I guess, cause well.
What?
Yeah, I don't know if I
I
know
was
that you gonna
listening.
get that out.
Go on and say it, girl.
But I'm just saying, I mean, you know, because some people think, you know what I'm saying, being submissive is like,
We.
yeah.
Okay. We. Mm-hmm.
And but it's not, you know, I mean, there's different levels of being submissive. I feel like, you know, and I mean, I feel like, you know, I've learned from my mother, you know, from being, you know, seeing her how she handled being married to my biological father and how she's handling being married to my stepdad or whatever, and she lets him be the man or whatever, and that's taught me a lot. And so, and I think some women just feel like being submissive is seeing that as a form of being weak, but it's really not.
Okay.
And so,
Y'all two. What?
What?
I don't
We
know.
done talked about this, and if I'm paying the cost to be the boss,
She wants to
then
run
you
her
better
in.
best believe.
Okay, so let me ask this. Okay, so it's almost like a two question. So if your man is the breadwinner, okay, he making the most. Are you so are you then asking him about spending money? Like, would you just go shopping
If he's making,
if he's the breadwinner?
just because he's a breadwinner doesn't mean that I don't have money. So if I want to shop, I'm gonna shop. I got my shopping money. Now breadwinner is maybe taking care of most of the bills.
Taking care of most of the bills.
Okay then, so don't worry about what's in this pocket.
So you saying you shopping with your own
I'm
money.
shopping with my own
You're not
money.
shopping with his money.
Yeah, like
Okay, so then you the breadwinner. You paying most of the bills.
Mhm.
And I'm not okay, so let's say it's understood that we both got spending money of our own.
So are we talking about big purchases then? Because little stuff then, like you said, like I'm expecting, unless he's a stay-at-home dad,
Mm-hmm.
then that's different. You know, like I'll break y'all something because that's a job, baby.
Mm-hmm.
But if he has a job and I'm just making more, then I'm not questioning like what he's spending his money on, as long as like he's being responsible.
Okay, so then
But if you come and you go buy a car and you ain't talk to me, and that's rather I'm the breadwinner, you the breadwinner, we ain't got no bread.
Yeah.
Nah, that ain't
That's
Mr.
too big of a
Fly.
decision.
now I do
Yeah.
agree that that's a big decision. Okay, so let's maybe bring it back and let's say he the breadwinner and I want this Gucci purse. That might be
We ain't
3
boycotting
bands.
no more.
Okay, I'm sorry.
What you say?
I want me
We not
boycotting no more. So let's say it might be 3 bands right there. You know, and he the breadwinner. Okay, now I'm not saying that's like a big purchase, but I mean, that's a nice purchase. That if we're having a joint account, you know, that might be coming out of that. So would I go and do that and not expect him to maybe ask me about it? Or if I was the breadwinner and he wanna go buy some $3,000 rims, am I gonna have something to say?
Yes, that's a big purchase.
I mean,
Okay.
I feel like, you know what I'm saying, if I'm sitting here and I tell you this is what I want and I've been hinting around that this is what I've been wanting, you know what I'm saying, I'll let you know in some kind of way that, hey, like, baby, I want this purse, you know what I'm saying, you know, so if we got the money, then I'm gonna go ahead and get it, you know, so, I mean, I don't think I'll just be swiping a card and not letting him know,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying, that I'm going to, you know what I'm saying, I'm about to spend 3 bands on the purse, you know. So, I mean, I think it's just common courtesy, you know, that you letting him know, or he's letting you know that he's about to make a purchase. And if I say, if we got the money and it's not going to hurt our pockets, then I mean, like, go ahead. So.
Okay, let's run this back.
Run it
So
back.
what are we saying being submissive is? Because we said like be submissive, but what does that entail? What is that?
I would think like following your man's lead, so he would get the last say so on everything, right?
Master.
Well,
Well, I don't know if I would say him getting the last say so on everything. I think maybe like just maybe come to a mutual agreement.
maybe run it by. Maybe that's the submissive
Right.
part. Like I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna ask you, I'm gonna consider what you have to say. Well, because then if he say no, then you gonna be submissive and be like, okay.
So what do we say? What do we mean by being? What is a submissive wife? What is an example?
look
I think we gotta have that. I think
We'll have
that
to
is
do that.
different in different situations. Well, I don't know. I mean, I guess being submissive is being submissive. And to me, I guess being submissive, I guess if when I hear that, immediately I think my mind goes to, yes, whatever he says goes.
Okay. Let me say
I mean, initially, I'm not saying that that's what I want to do.
no.
But I do, when I hear submissive, that's what my mind
And I think
tells me.
I think a
whatever
lot of
he
I think
says
a lot of
goes.
women think that, and so I mean, and I know I probably need to do my research, you know, biblically about, you know what I'm saying, being a submissive woman or whatever. And so, and I probably will go back and look up and see what it actually means to being a submissive woman.
Right.
But I don't like what he says goes. I mean, like, we have to have some type of
Of course.
say so.
Of course, you would have some type of say so in the conversation or whatever the situation is. But if your husband, I feel like if your husband saying, "No, we're not gonna do that," you gotta suck it up and be like, "We're not gonna do that." That's why I can't.